Hey, Dave, just with Tony Gonsolin getting the start tomorrow, what is the plan coming after him? Is it a situation in which you think you'd use Dustin May to kind of potentially take some bulk innings, or how are you kind of seeing the bullpen play out tomorrow?
I think with us, certainly there's going to be some restrictions on Tony. I don't know what they are right now. I know that he's built up upwards to 75 pitches. We'll see how it goes with stuff and effectiveness. I think the good thing about our pen coming off an off day is Dustin's back online. Andrew Heaney is back online, and the other guys are available. So I think for us, it sort of depends, where Tony comes out, what's the score and all that stuff. So there's not necessarily a person or persons that has to take bulk. I just think I'm going to make the decisions, whatever gives the best chance to win, to prevent runs.
Next question from Dylan Hernandez. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dylan.
Obviously, after you guys beat up Clevenger in the first couple of innings of Game 1, the offensive production has been 3 solo home runs. What's kind of your view of what's happened to the offense?
Honestly, it's like I thought, we threw out a lot of hits last night, and I thought there were some other balls that we squared up that didn't get rewarded for. So I think, honestly, last night I thought there were a lot more good at bats than bad at bats. But situationally, I think we could have done a better job. We had a couple opportunities to push a couple runs across, and we didn't capitalize. But I thought we did a good job of, getting to you and not letting them get through 6 innings and having a chance to, get to the bullpen as well. So the first game, we sort of went silent for 6 innings. But I thought even having a chance against Hader, in the 8th and 9th, I thought we did a nice job.
Darvish spoke after the game, obviously, yesterday, and mentioned how, you guys are really good at extending at bats by fouling off pitches. You guys don't chase those borderline pitches. And, obviously you guys have been effective in terms of getting the starting pitcher out of there quickly. And that's always kind of been, what he calls Dodger baseball. Given that you have been successful in doing at least that part, does it feel like, the offense clicking is really not that far away?
It does. It does. And obviously, I thought, again, we had a chance to win that game. We're 1-1. I think going into now, if you look at it as a 3-game series, I like where our offense is at. I really do. I think that, certainly getting Mookie and Justin on track will I expect that to happen. But, I think up and down the lineup, guys are taking good team at bats. It'll be good to get CT in there, and Austin will be catching tomorrow. So I think offensively, team offense, we're going to be okay in the next potential 3 games.
Just one last one. Just given the expectations of that this team has, obviously there's no secret about it. You think is pressure getting to these guys at all?
No, I don't think so. I think that there's been talk about it all year, expectations and whatever it might be. But when you're in a baseball game, the only thing you're thinking about is how to win that ball game. So all that stuff that, people might talk about before has no bearing on the outcome of a Major League Baseball game.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question from Ponte. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, I don't think we asked you yesterday. Obviously, both of them are good options, but what went into going with Gonsolin in Game 3 as opposed to Anderson?
Yeah, I think I think the main thing is looking at it as coming off an off day. Tyler has more length than Tony. So to be able to come off an off day, have your full disposal of pen arms available, I think just equipped us the best to prevent runs for Game 3.
And obviously, if you guys win the next 2, the series is over. But kind of looking ahead with 3 games in a row, what's kind of the challenge of managing the bullpen for those particular?
I think it's great. I think that we're in a really good spot because there's a few guys that they haven't seen yet. I trust them all. And so I think that when you're talking about an extended series, the thing that happens is familiarity, which ultimately I think benefits the hitters. And so I think that we've got an opportunity with the compilation of arms to change and vary looks that they don't get the same looks, 2 or 3 or 4 times.
And then last one for me, what have you kind of seen? You mentioned there with Mookie, but what have you kind of seen from him? Obviously small sample size, but from him at the plate.
I thought the last at bat, the double was a good piece of hitting. I haven't looked at him. I don't know if it's a little, I think there was a one at bat. There was an expanded slider off from you when he was 1-0. I got to look again, but it's a little bit more magnified as it should be in the postseason. But it's 2 games, and I expect Mookie. I expect Mookie to be fine.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Questions from Jack Harris. Go ahead, Jack.
Hey, Dave, I think a couple weeks ago you mentioned that if, for whenever game Tony starts in the playoffs would probably be kind of like a bullpen game. Is that still how you're looking at it? Do you want it to be more of a piggyback situation with somebody else? Kind of what's the ideal situation tomorrow on the mound? Yeah,
I think obviously, the less amount of pitchers as you can use in a plus game, I think that's ideal. But then you've got to bake in leverage and matchups to kind of keep preventing runs. So I don't see it as a piggyback situation. I see it as a collection of arms. Obviously less is more, but if we have to use 6 arms tomorrow, we'll do that.
And then with Barnes behind the plate, is Smith going to DH?
Yeah, Will's going to DH tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question from Fabiana. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, just kind of following up on that. If Smith's DHing, does that mean Muncie's going to be at second?
Yep.
And then what have you seen out of Chris Taylor? I know it's been sort of like a limited number of live at-bats, but he hasn't played, obviously, since September 30th. What have you been able to see behind the scenes, and how close is he to being able to sort of handle, obviously, a start for tomorrow?
I think physically he's close to 100%, if not 100%, as far as how he feels. He's taken a ton of simulated at bats. Is it game situations? No. I think for me, it's just betting on the experience and the person and the player. So I expect him to go out there and play good defense and take good at bats versus Snell, and we'll see what happens for game 4. But I'm excited to get CT back in there.
And then both have played center and left this year. What was sort of the decision to put Trace in center and Chris in left?
I just think that Trace is center fielder. He's played more center field. I like him there, and I like CT in left field.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question is from JP. Go ahead, JP.
Hey, Dave, are you able to confirm Tyler Anderson will start game 4?
Yes.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you about Blake Treinen. How did he look to you last night?
I thought the stuff was good. Obviously, you look at the result. He gave up a run, gave up a homer. Cronenworth hit a good cutter in, but I thought the stuff was good. I thought the slider to the right-handers to get some punch was good. So I thought it was a positive outing, and it's hopefully expecting that he comes in today into the training room feeling good, recovering. So to be back on line for either game 3 or game 4, but to get him back out there, I think was a huge win for us.
So you haven't heard how he's been able to bounce back?
I have not yet, no, because I have not heard yet.
Okay. Is there any, I guess, what's the level of concern with Dustin, who's kind of coming in off of a similar period of rest, and this will be his first game action in a while?
Well, I think that was kind of the plan as far as from the regular season. He threw 4 innings against our hitters. So just to give him the kind of throw in his bullpen, which he did 2 days ago, to get him online for length and whatever we need. And so there's no, hesitancy with Dustin where he's at. So he's had postseason experience and he's raring to go.
What last one for me, like what would his max pitch count be?
I think Dustin is kind of right around the, I'd say probably 4 and 60, something like that.
Okay.